Hi Galactic fam, beautiful to see you. Happy end of summer and happy new moon in Virgo. We are so blessed. I'm so blessed to tell you that this weekend I was fortunate enough to teach yoga and meditation at a retreat called the Digital Detox in Ore Hot Springs in Central California. And we had a beautiful group of people who were really brave, trying new things and also doing things that they were totally scared of, which I know a lot of you are doing on a regular basis. But to be the inspiration to encourage that in people that you normally wouldn't hang out with because they're working on a different vibration and they're using excessive electronics, so they're not plugged in to natural cycles. And I find that when we start working with natural cycles, things just become, there's more clicks, there's more synchronistic time rather than the time that's man-made. So as usual, new moons are a time to set intentions, to shed what isn't serving you. So you can take a few moments here and think about really what's not serving you and spend this cycle really listening to yourselves. During the retreat, there was a 12-hour period of silence where no one was able to talk. No one was able to look each other in the eye. It was more of a, what you could say in yoga, like a pratyahara, a withdrawing of the senses, and sort of being forced, right, to listen to yourself and listen to really what's going on in there. The beautiful thing about Virgo is that it's in a time of the change of a season. So it's a mutable sign, and it represents a harvest and a receiving of bounty. So you can think of the mutable, and it's an earth sign, so we can think of it as a composting, right? What's underneath is now coming on top. It's getting aerated. There's some freshness to it, right? We want to take out what's stale and we want to refresh. The beautiful thing about Virgo is that it's the virgin. The virgin represents purity, of course, but back in the day, virgin used to mean a woman who was independent of a man, who didn't need a man. She had her own authority, her own agency. So I know a lot of you have been working and cultivating, and let's go ahead and move forward to ownership of your greatness, to ownership of what you're doing and your impact on the world, and acknowledge yourself. Take a moment. I recommend doing dinner with silence and not having to talk over your food, just being with the food, right? Virgos are usually really big foodies. So go ahead and take time, like even while cooking, to be silent and to make your food and to just, be with the food. And as you taste and not talk, you will get a whole different vibration from the food. And your attention becomes increased, right? There's, with this over electronic age, with all these, bombardments of information, it's hard to concentrate. It's hard to keep a thought for any length of time. And being silent and listening and paying attention is a form of meditation. And it creates a resonation. It's not stillness. There's no way anything can be still. Everything's moving all the time and it never stops. So the idea is to be silent and still and listening to yourself. It's an inner dance. It's a conversation. And it represents you getting closer to yourself and owning who you are and not being afraid to express yourself. And with the composting, not only doing new things and doing things that scare you, but doing old things in a new way. And the beauty of mutable signs is that they tend to be more open-minded. They tend to take in different ideas, and at the same time, Virgo is very confident in themselves. They work hard. They're the ones that are working all the time when the rest of us are out having fun. You say, "Oh yeah, Virgo, they're not so much fun," but maybe that's in an excessive form, right? We can actually take that organization. We can take the application. We can take on more responsibility, because if you take on more responsibility, you start to become aware of your capability, that you've taken all these things and you've studied and you've applied and you're trying things out, and of course you're capable. The capability, the responsibility, and the ownership, they all fall in line with each other. Yeah? So make your intentions clear this month as you sit with the moon, as you sit with this Virgo, virgin, pure, bountiful, authoritative of self, knowing oneself so beautifully, and repeating I am, being in silence, and just loving, right? The love that you have for yourself is also the love that you project for others. So we are all grateful when you put more love in the grid, when you put more responsibility of the ownership of what you're producing out in the grid. So I want to thank you for what you are doing for the world, and we are helping each other, I have no doubt. And, the significance of this virgin and the ownership and the fact that it's feminine has definite ties or tangents of some sort to the rising of this feminine energy that we are all coming to grips with and we are dancing with. So continue your dance. Dance anywhere, dance everywhere, dance your dance. You are so unique, and we need you. We need your gifts. So keep producing. Stay organized. Be in yourself with such grace and pride, in a not in an excessive way, but just a natural way, a groove, right? You've been on this extreme and you've been on this extreme, and now you can start to find your groove. The end of summer has been so magnificent for me personally, with Burning Man experience and this digital detox retreat that I've been teaching at. I'm starting to actually see the fullness and the experience of that fullness in myself that I can provide for other people. So yeah, enjoy the harvest, enjoy the end of your summer, and just buckle down a little bit for the next couple of weeks and be with your intention. Your attention follows your intention. So keep putting your energy there. Work hard and be loving. Spread the bounty. Many blessings. Until next time, please write to me with any comments. galacticrideguide.tumblr.com. I love you all. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Mwah.